Hello everybody, this is Diane. I've been enjoying working on the pages of these Golden Book journals that I've been working on. We did a video yesterday where I made some pocket pages, and then after the video was over I did some more, gathered some more pages, and I did some more of that today. So I have all my pages gathered and cut, and there are a lot of pages in there, almost 50, so there would be almost 100 front and back. I lost count exactly, but I was getting close to 50, and then I added a couple more, so I don't know where we are right now. But what I'm doing now is just adding some embellishment, light embellishment, not doing too much, and adding journal cards and things like that. And I thought, well, I should be bringing you along with this process because this is part of the process. I wanted you to see how I get these put together. And it's not a difficult or long or tedious process. This is a pretty simple book. So I thought you'd want to see how it all comes together. So I have some supplies gathered around me, which I'll talk about as we work. Alright, so this is a book called A Child's Year, illustrated by Joan Walsh Angland. And I guess she wrote it and illustrated it. And this book was printed in 1992, but I believe it's older. The illustrations are older than that, but I'm not sure. So obviously I'm going to have to do a little bit of decorating on the front cover to cover up those stickers. But otherwise, the cover is in pretty good condition. But we will worry about the cover later. Let's just start working on the pages. But like I said, I've already done some. I did include all of the pages in order, and I'm not, or the book pages I mean, and I'm probably not going to do any embellishing, except maybe add a little something to the edge. I could add that to the edge of that. Let's just do it. I have a variety of elements that I'm just pulling from, and just like yesterday, it's eclectic and stash busting and using scraps and using pieces I've had for a while. So I'm not really putting a lot of thought into pieces that I choose, although enough thought that I'm enjoying what I'm doing and liking the results. This was just a piece out of a children's book, and I have these pieces right here, and thought I would embellish some of the pages with them, so I just glued that on as a little tuck, and I just happened to have this laying on my desk, which is the right size to tuck in there. So there's a little journaling card there. You could glue something onto that page. I have that page. I didn't do anything to that. We did this one in yesterday's video. Here I just added this little piece that I had on my desk yesterday from a piece that I had made with my Cricut. I'm just going to glue a little bit more down here, and then I'm going to find a card or something to tuck in there. I have this container that has small pieces. I could just tuck that card right in there. This is a greeting card that I just put in there. I love the picture on it. Kind of goes with the Joan Walsh Angland feel of the book. There's just a 6x6 sheet, and it was plain on the back, so I stamped my little froggy who has some pickled flies, and he's fishing. And then it says, "Time's fun when you're having flies." I have a variety of lined papers for journaling and plain papers. So this is just a little card, which I thought was really cute, with a scallop border and ABCD over and over on it. And you can write on the back. I stamped these little birds. And then I added this little card and added a journaling card to the back of that, and just I got out my where'd it go now? My book. Oh, here it is. This that I put together from an idea from Catherine at Sunnyside Journals, and I just added a folder inside of mine to give me more space to add words. So I'm going to be looking inside of that to find some phrases, and I added this one. Oh, but that was fun. So you could write about something that was really fun there. Here is just a page, and I was going to staple this on yesterday, but my stapler wouldn't work, so I said I had to figure it out. Of course, first time I tried it today, it worked. So there we go. I have an envelope here that will be bound in, and I just added this card that I've had in my stash. I could embellish the envelope, but I think I will leave that for you to do. Oh no, I guess I'm not. I picked that out. And I guess that's when I decided I should turn the camera on. I guess I'm not going to let you embellish this. You can embellish it further. Now this one, I put this scrapbook paper on there as a tab, and then it was upside down. So I'm going to flip it this way, so the flowers will be right side up. The numbers are upside down. I'd rather have the numbers upside down than the flowers, I guess. Here's one of the pocket pages that we did yesterday. I embellished the pocket. And added that to the back, and then added some journal cards. This one, I think somebody sent me this. It's got, it's a card to fill out with your information, and then it's from a medical office, I'm sure. I think it's for insurance information. And then this is just something cut from scrapbook paper, as is this, but it looks like it's a receipt. You can journal on that. Another lined paper you can write on. Here's the tag that I made. I did want it to go this way, but then maybe I will anyway. I don't want to cut into this little pocket too much with my Bind It All. It only goes in about a 1/2 inch, I think. So I guess I will use it this way because I like it facing this way. Let's pick out some stuff to put in there. Have this, it's a digital calling card I could tuck in there. And then this is something I stamped. 10 o'clock. Since this is a book about months, I'm gonna put this card in there. Here I have a page from a book about antique furniture. So that page features mirrors. And then I got one of these pages out, so you can open that out and glue things to it. Now, if this book gets too fat, it's very easy to cut pages out. I would say tear them out, but I would be careful about bending the wires, but you can just snip where the holes are to bind it in and pull out pages if you need to. Because if you start gluing things on these pages, it's going to get pretty fat because I put so many pages in it. But maybe you want it to be fat. Love that page. So cute. Her children are so cute. Here is music manuscript page that you can journal on. This is just another scrapbook paper that I glued this pretty sack to and put this card inside. You can journal on. You can decorate the front of the bag. You can write on the back. I have two scrapbook pieces right together, so I'm going to move that one. There's another little card that you can write on. This is wrapping paper, and I reinforced it where the binding will be so it won't tear. Here's one of the pocket pages that we made, and I added a couple journaling cards inside. And I will add this right here. I added a flashcard, another lined page. This is a printable. You can write on that side. Well, that was quick. I didn't have to do too much more to this. So I think that's all I'll do. So I'm gonna work on the cover now. First of all, let's figure out what we're gonna do here. I brought some scraps of fabric and lace. I also have labels I could put on them. Don't really want to cover up the title of the book. Trying to find my pinking shears. I kept grabbing anything other than pinking shears. This is part of a lap quilt. Vintage. Little teacups. That's cute. Got some yellow in the cover, so I can bring the yellow out with that. And maybe a little piece of lace, maybe, if I find some here that works. And I think I'll just look for a trim that's wide enough to cover that. Excuse me for bumping the camera. Let me see here. See what I've got. I have this yellow piece, but it might not be wide enough. I think the yellow gingham is too wide. Oh, that's perfect. That's cute. I like that. Oh, my glue bottle is dripping onto my ink pad. Okay, now let's see what we've got here. Kind of want to tie these together so I can put blue rickrack across the top and then put these on top of it, and it will help tie these together, I think. Let's just start by putting down that blue rickrack. I think one of the most annoying things about craft videos, at least mine, is waiting for the glue. If I do that, I'm just covering the rickrack, but what a waste of rickrack. But I kind of like that. Hope you're all doing okay. I think it's done raining for today. Thursday we're supposed to have thunderstorms, but today I think it's going to be nice. It was cold this morning, but I will get out in a little while and take some things to the post office and probably take a walk. I did take a walk yesterday because I was feeling so much better. Okay, part of the word is covered up, but you still know what it says. A child's year. Maybe I'll add a little yo-yo or button or something. I might as well just go ahead and put that lace piece on. Oh, got some goopy glue hanging off the end there. Now, do I need to do anything else? Not sure yet, but I think I will cover the insides. I don't normally on little golden books, but I think I want to on these. So I just have to find the scrapbook paper that I want to use. Stuff out of my way. I think this would be a good paper pad to look at. I like that one. This is called Flower Garden by Park Lane Papery, which is from Joann's. Park Lane is a Joann's brand. I might need 2 pieces, because I think I have to cut them wider than 6 inches. Well, just 6 inches by 8. normally I wrap something around this edge where it's going to be bound because it's just a raw book board there. I don't know if I need to with these. They look pretty clean, but I might. I think these are just a titch too long, just like a titch of an inch. I think that's about a titch. Okay, looks good. I'm going to use this. I don't think I got up quite to the edge on the paper, and I don't want the edges loose. I'll just put a tiny bit around the edge of the book. And on my mat. That looks nicer, doesn't it? That one looks better, close to the edge. I laid it on just a little crooked, so this end is off. Now, should I cover the back also? Kind of fun to let all the characters show. I think I'll just do a collage on the back. I've done collages on the backs of other kinds of Golden Book journals that I've made. Looking for some birds. I don't use a lot of birds, but for some reason I want to use a bird on this. Okay, I'm going to put a strip of paper around the edges So I'm just looking through my scraps here. I have a container of scraps sitting on the floor. I think that's neutral enough. I'm going to cut it to 8 inches and then 1/2 inch or 1 inch strips, maybe 1 1/4. Fold it in half, and then I'm going to kind of shape it to the edge so it's all ready to glue on, because it has to wrap around the edge there. So now I'm ready to just glue it on. Paper is a lot easier to punch than fabric when I'm using the bind it all, so paper is a good option for this. When I'm binding other kinds of books, I like to use the fabric, so because the way you open and close the cover, it bends whatever is connecting the spine to the cover. It bends it, and so I like it to be fabric because paper will eventually crack. But for this kind of journal, it won't be bending. Do I want something else on there? Maybe that's a good place to use that block that I wanted to use yesterday. So first I will glue the fabric down. Trim off some of these extra long threads. This is a scrap of feed sack fabric. I love the color of this color swatch, and I also like that it's kind of wavy on one side. It's got a cool shape. It's a little bit curved at the top and wavy on the side. I don't even know where I got this. It's Sherwin-Williams. I think the only places I've picked up paint chip cards are Walmart and Lowe's. I wonder if somebody sent that to me, because I don't remember picking one up like that. Never know with me though. My memory is like a sieve. I used to be good at remembering stuff. fun back cover. So this has a crisp fold right here, but it needs to wrap a little bit. It's not a very thick cover, but it's not flat, so I do need to form it so that it wraps around and fits down there snugly. Okay, we are making progress. I have 1-inch O wires, and I think if I think that's too tight of a fit after I get it put together, I might end up taking some pages out, because I need you to have room to do stuff in it too. And I would like to put a pocket on the back page. I think I'll put this on. This catches my eye because of the colors. I can put that on for your book plate. And I think this stamp will fit on there. When I use this stamp, this book belongs to, it's from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if you can get it at the store. I got mine online from hobbylobby.com several years ago, but I may have seen it in the store since then, but they have a lot fewer stamps than they used to. So anyway, when I use this, it's slightly crooked on my block, so I have to remember to kind of tilt it up and see how it comes out. Well, I didn't tilt it up very much. It's a little crooked. That's okay. I just let it be okay. I love that. That looks so fun on that stripe with that pattern and the font on that. I think that looks really good together. I don't know why I always feel like I have to have a pocket on the back cover. Most books don't, you know, unless it's a library book. But I like pockets. We like pockets in our journals, don't we? So here is a vintage library pocket, which obviously I have to do some work on. I have to glue that down. I got a little time left. This is about 3.5, not quite 3.5, by about 3 3/4. I like to have a little bit of a margin, but I don't think I can because of how this goes right down to the corner. But I will cut something to decorate that. I could use that whole piece or piece it together. I think I'll use that whole piece. What did I say? 3.5 by 3 3/4, or 3 3/4. Okay, we're going to cut it to that and then see if we need to trim it down any. 3.5 by 3 3/4. Yep, I need to cut it a little bit. I was going to say it doesn't seem quite straight, but it's this that's crooked. Okay, that fits it well. Okay, we've got coverage. It's just going to look a little crooked because the pocket itself is crooked. Now this is thin because some of it got left behind on the book. So I'll put something on there. A little too long still. Obviously, this is a scrap of some papers that I had previously sewn together. It has to be able to fit down. Yeah, that'll fit. And I will round the corners. Perfect. My goodness, I've done this enough. Don't usually struggle that much with it, but there we go. I don't think that I will show binding it in with the Bind It All because I've done that before. I will link that video in the description box. So if you need to know how to use the Zutter Bind It All to put a book together, I will have a video linked in the description box. I will want to add something to this pocket, children's book illustration perhaps, and I do have some cut out. I just don't have them right here, so I will look for something to decorate that. Something cute. And I will bind all of these things in and then go through it one more time to make sure I don't need to do something. I should go through it before I bind it because maybe I want to stamp something on another page. Like there. I think I need to, what is this? Yeah, I should stamp something on that. So we got a few minutes. Let's do it. I brought some animal stamps over here with me. I did the bird and the frog. I have that adorable little bee that I never use. But I think I want something a little bigger. I love this little duck. I'm going to stamp that little duck. Hope it stamps okay. Yeah, perfect. And I will look for a phrase in my phrase book, my word snippet book, as Catherine calls it. Let's see if something goes with that duck. We are going to have fun. That duck looks like he's going to have fun. It's fun to see them try to fly. Taking root. So I think I will use "It's fun to see them try to fly." Oh, I tore it. These are vintage, from Vintage Books, and they're stuck onto washi tape, and I wasn't careful enough. And this one is stuck to 2 pieces because it's a long snippet. Well, I don't know if this will work, but let's see if we can make it work. Glue stick. If it doesn't look good, I can cover it with washi tape. Wow, I think that looks pretty good. Oh, I didn't glue that down. Why didn't I glue that down? And where does this belong? Is that the last page? All right. So I will, on my own, look back through here. Must be this page went here. This is, I don't know where it went. I'll figure it out. I have to make sure all the pages are in order. So December is right there. So that's the end of the book. I'll just have to find a place to stick this one back in. Okay, I think this book is shaping up. I just have to bind it and then do the Three Bears book. I have the pages all cut. And then I will do this one. This one won't have as many pages and won't have as much embellishment to it. It'll be more like a little writing notebook, but it'll have all the pages of the story. And this is a cute little book. It's from 1974. I hope you're enjoying this project. I know I am. It's pretty relaxing actually, because there's not too much stress involved in this kind of a journal. So the next time you see this, it'll probably be the final flip through. We're pretty much done with it. And like I said, if you want to see how to bind it, I will link a video below that will show you how to bind it with the Bind It All. If you have a cinch, it would bind it the same way, although I can't demonstrate the cinch. It is used differently, but it'll have the same result. So I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a creative day today. Bye-bye.